What's up, everybody? GWTX7 here, and today I'm going to do something I've been putting off for a while. I finally got to see the last episode of Grimgar Fantasy and Ash, so we're going to talk about it, and I'll give you my opinion of the anime as a whole, since it was the final season. Thursday, I couldn't do it because it wasn't on my PlayStation app, so over the weekend it came up and I watched it. My whole weekend was crazy. I have an update video for you that I posted yesterday that will basically explain what happened. So go watch that if you want to know all the details of what happened last weekend. So let's jump right into this. So we come from where we left off is when Ranta is basically like, oh crap, he's got all these kobolds there. He's just standing there all by himself, like, all right, let's do this. All right, and so Ranta, what happened in previous episode? What they showed was like a helmet on a stick type grave thing, and you're like, oh, Ranta's dead. Part of me is like, yeah, take that, you asshole. And the other part's like, oh, Ranta's dead. And but he wasn't. He survived for some reason. So yeah. So he crawls up and he gets into that little pig farm that he thought he was going to murder. He was joking around that he was going to murder one. I remember this, Ranta. That's right. I remember what you did a couple of episodes back. And he was there hiding between these. I think they're like pig slug type things. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Piccolo about that. So yeah, he was hiding there until this one kobold's like, those pigs look weird, and what is up with Ranta's little demon pet thing, man? My demon, well, I'm a warlock, but my demon never told me to die or go get yourself killed. My demon's like, dude, let's go mess up some stuff. Then again, I'm a warlock, he's some type of dark knight, so there's a difference between there, okay? He's got armor and swords and stuff. I use magic in your face. And I control demons. I guess he can't. Haha. Anyway, so his little demon thing's telling him to die, Ranta, die, die, Ranta, die. Like, and you're supposed to be my companion? No wonder he's an asshole. He's got this thing floating around him telling him to die, and no wonder why he's a freaking asshole. Yeah, that's weird. What the? So, he's still hiding in this barn type thing, and then the big boss shows up, the big dungeon boss shows up and smashes right in there, and he's booking for it, because obviously you don't fight a dungeon boss by yourself, okay, unless you were like level 90, level 100, and you got all your gear on, and you're going to Shadow Fang Keep. You could probably defeat those bosses by yourself, but he wasn't level 90 with good gear, and he wasn't in Shadow Fang Keep. He was in a dungeon that was his own level. So yeah, when you're at your own level and you fight a boss, you better hope you have your whole party that has the same level as you, because you're gonna get whacked, man. And this boss is freaking tough, man. This boss is like, I've never seen a boss like this. This boss, like, every turn of event. See, when you run, I guess bosses do hunt you down in a dungeon. I've proven that. I did do a dungeon Saturday. And I've done a lot of stuff this week. Because my sister was running away from a boss, and we were like, well, you can run all you want, because he's going to chase you down and get you. We were doing Underground Keep, the bottom one. We'll talk about that a little bit later, and I still have to do that video. But so after Ranta's little encounter, he sees the Haru and he's like, I see Ranta! Ranta, hang in there, buddy! We're gonna come for you! Like, yeah, and he's just like bleeding and his arms drooping, and he's like, oh, crap. Maybe he'll stop being an asshole to people now that, you know, he's had his little battle of problems, you know. This is what I like, the fact when he was in the barn and he was talking about the hunter girl, and he's like, he calls her a flat chest, and he's like, man, I can't believe I never got to tap that. Like she'd give you the time of day anyway. Geez, you insult her all the time. You think she's gonna go down with you, man? She's not that stupid. I mean, come on. She doesn't like it when you tease her about her chest size anyway. So what the heck do you think she'd give you the time of day anyway, Ranta? That was just a stupid statement right there. I guess that was his way of saying, before I died, I wanted to tap that. But you never showed interest. You didn't. You freaking made her feel uncomfortable about her body. You think she's gonna let you tap it? I don't think so, okay? But I am a gentleman, and I prefer to be nice to the ladies, unlike Ranta. I don't know. Maybe it's my preference, okay? Hey, still. Anyway, after they see him, like he's gonna make it, he's not gonna make it because he didn't look like well. They finally meet up, okay? And Mary, she heals him because he's messed up completely, and there's some little flaws in this episode. I've noticed there's like one point Ranta has his helmet on and then he doesn't have it on. It's kind of weird about that. Maybe it was just something, you know, trying to get the episode out real quickly. They were flipping through the screen images and they didn't catch it, and then they clicked on it, and then boom, because most of today's anime is CG. Maybe there does look like there's some artwork into it, so it might be both. When they were flipping through the pages and they didn't catch it. It does look very beautiful and colorful, so I don't know, you know, it does have that old school look to it, but usually they do most of the stuff on a computer, and there is people who draw the anime, and if you want, there's an anime that actually covers anime, making anime in the anime industry. I can't pronounce it, but you can see that on Crunchyroll, and it's a pretty good anime. It's you really slice of life anime too. So hey, you know, go watch it. I'm not gonna butcher the name. Sorry. After Ranta does his little healing, gets his healing up, and Mary's there, and then Big Boss comes back. He's like, oh yeah, booyah, right through the wall or something. It was a wall, and he's like, it's like, you all are not getting away from me. I'm having human for lunch, and I'm having human for dinner, and then I may have cake human for dessert with a cup of Earl Grey tea. Ha ha ha. So this Big Boss dude was like in your face, you know. So everybody backed off and everybody did their thing, and poor warrior guy, he's trying and he hits and his sword gets demolished. And Ranta's there like, uh-oh. And Haru, trying to be the leaders, trying to regroup the party. And what's awesome about this is Hunter Girl, like I said, I really didn't get to know their names. I'm really sorry about that, because usually to let me get to know your name, you have to give me some interest in you. And technically, I wasn't really interested in any characters except for Mary Monato, and well, Ranta. I kept Ranta's name because he kept on being an asshole. and eventually it just stuck in my head right to the asshole. Uh, she shoots an arrow. She finally learns how to use her bow because she's like, booyah! Like the arrow go right into that monster's eye, like. He's like all messed up. Now this dude, this boss was like, dinner, no more dinner time. It's time to wipe you all out. Screw dinner. You're not gonna be my dinner anymore. You're just gonna be dead. He was pissed. One thing you don't want to do in a boss fight is get that boss pissed. I don't know, because Mary explains as they're going out, when you damage it, and the more times you damage it, the stronger it gets. That sounds more like a raid boss than a dungeon boss. But there is that one boss in Underkeep in World of Warcraft, and there's two of them, and if you kill the warrior guy, the other dude brings him back, and he helps him still in death. So you want to kill that, the freaking spellcaster first, then the warrior. But that's World of Warcraft. But I don't see too many of those in World of Warcraft in dungeon fights. I've heard about that in raids. But this boss sounds like a raid boss than a dungeon boss. But like I said, I have no idea because they don't tell me anything about this world. Anyway, so they move along and they're getting closer and closer to the exit. And Big Boss Man is really, really pissed now. Okay, so with the big sword, we're gonna get to that. This is what really is sucky. Poor Haro, he because they're ready to leave, but he noticed that Mary, she doesn't have enough energy. Mage Girl, she ain't got enough energy. He knows that the party is basically wore out at this point. He knows that there's no surviving for the party. See, because he notices that they're not gonna get away from this guy together. Someone has to distract him, and he is the bait, so to speak, as everybody leaves. And Ranta is finally showing his heart. He's turned into the Grinch because his heart grew 5 times larger after almost being killed by this thing. He's like, no, we can't leave you. And then he's like, Ranta, go. You take everybody and you leave. If there's any time this is a Vegeta line. If there's any time in your pathetic life you would ever listen to me, Kakarot, it's now. Kill Frieza. And unfortunately, Kakarot did not do that. But different anime, different lines. But he just told Ranta, you take them and you get out. Go. Leave. I will distract him. And what was cool, because when he went to distract him, he fell and he broke his arm, and he's got a scarf and he wraps his arm around. I think he levels up, I guess. He had to have leveled up. How did you level up from falling? Don't know. Another thing. How do you level up from falling? I thought you level up by beating monsters up and then getting the XP. So, and then he's like, he sees all the weird stuff happening. There's like lines and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah. Woo! He kills the boss. And, yay! He survives. He passes out. He wakes up 3 days later. And they're all hanging around him. And like, you're still alive. And he gets the prize money for killing the boss. But who cares about the prize money? The freaking drop, man. I hate this when this happens every time in a dungeon. You do all the bitch work, and then someone else gets the epic drop because it's something they need. The freaking sword dropped from the boss. The big giant sword dropped. Who wants the sword? He couldn't use the sword. Haro needed some daggers. Give him some clothes. Why did you have to drop the sword? Jeez, the boss dropped a sword. I mean, he did all the work. that all he got was the money. Screw the money. I know I have a shirt that screw the rules. I have money, but still, dude wanted something for his troubles besides money. Give me something. Not the best balls, I guess, to get something out of. I guess that's the warrior drop. A drop? The big giant sword, and the warriors, dude, yeah, my sword got broke, so I just took the sword that he dropped, you know. Yeah, he's got the epic sword now. Ooh, yay, he's got the epic sword. I'd be feeling like, damn, man, it didn't drop anything? No, just the sword. Oh. I really hate that when that happens. I mean, I've been in a lot of dungeons, so, you know. But as this anime ends, and you see everybody, you know, oh, we've got I told you last one, I was looking for our Ghost Monito. He's back. Haru, I'm haunting you. Yeah, they had their little talk. As usual. Like I said, it's a good haunting. It's not Nappa. I'm haunting you. He took the Dragon Ball. Yes, I'm referencing Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. I love that series. I watch it all the time. So that's this anime as a whole. And as I told you previous episodes, scratching my head, okay, let's move on, because the animation of this anime was very beautiful. The storyline, though, was very, very slow paced. It seemed like forever they were going nowhere. But despite that, it was very, very entertaining. I loved it. It grew on me. Okay, yeah, Mary grew on me, but still, it was very, very entertaining. I enjoyed it. I mean, it took a while for me to start enjoying it. Things picked up, but I'm left with questions. Questions that need the answering. So I can't go to seek it, the head of my council. He's both wise and powerful. I can't do that. I can't see Saruman, because even if I did go see him, he couldn't tell me anything either. He's like, it was an anime. I can't tell you anything. What do you want to tell me? We need to go. We need to join Sauron. When did Saruman the Wise? Anyway, yes, I'm a Lord of the Rings guy, but I'm also a Star Wars guy. That's weird, huh? Who knows? Anyway, so, yeah. So, basically, I don't know anything. I'm still left with question mark. And I can't give you I can tell you that it's that in between anime for me right now until they get a season 2. And I know how they wrapped it up to like a little bow and tied it and tried to make sure that if there wasn't a season 2, you had some closure. But there's still questions that have never been answered. Where are they? Where were they before they got there? Are they in a video game? Did they get transported into another dimension? Oh, what's the deal? Does the monsters respawn, or are they dead forever? What's going on here? No answers. No answers. It's like, this is it, except this. Except, like, don't push, man. Come on, man. Be cool. Don't push me. So, that's basically this anime as a whole. If you like this anime, leave your comments down below. If you didn't watch it and you know I'm rambling on about it and you don't really care, tell me about it in the comment sections below. Like, yeah, I don't care. It was an anime. Like, okay, I'll say okay, and then, we'll move on. And if you like the video, you can always hit the thumbs up button. And if you never like these videos, you can always hit the thumbs down button. This button's okay too. And if you're new, subscribe, please. And until next time, bye-bye.